very beginning was the top cup. And right from the top cup, then I had a man by coming to Littlefoot, and which is a team that I owe a lot, so much respect for, because that was where I was nurtured, and then have the opportunity to exposure. But like I said, it hasn't been easy. It hasn't been an easy journey for me, because I really had to come out from it to be the lion that I am. From Littlefoot to Malekas to Tiko United, National Polytechnic, UMS of Loum, which I owe lots of respect also, and back to young sport, and then here I am today, FC Ebolowa. Yeah, feel like a footballer. I was with UMS of Loum, where I won the majority of my trophies, and I felt I was a footballer because I saw myself at that time, at that period. I was like on top of my peak, like let me just say I was on my peak. But still there, the challenges were still there, because you have to keep working every day to perfect the same performance. And that was one same reason that I had to stick there for as long as I played, for 6 seasons. And like I said, it's one club I owe lots of respect.
What does it mean to be a professional footballer?
Of course, football was a way of life, because you need to give your all, and when you need to give your all, you need so much sacrifice. With the sacrifice, and what's the sacrifice living? The sacrifice is discipline, and just stay focused, because I always said footballers are the strongest people mentally. Why? Because you face rejection, insults, and all the rest. But at that point in time, it was the level that I never dreamt of. It was worth dying for at that moment, because at that time, the little that we had to make use of it. Maybe if you cannot make it into the list of 18 to go for a game, that was where it was complicated for us, because when you don't play, you don't have money. So those are the challenges that I realized. With the help of the club presidents, I believe so. But even without that, when I was at my peak, it wasn't that bad, because it just depends on how you get to manage yourself as a footballer. Because one, you need to be one, when you say a professionalism, you need to be disciplined, which means you need to be a very composed person, a very discreet person. You shouldn't be the one that don't see running around the street. You have to be discreet. You only see when you are going to your job site, and which is your training. So that's why I said it was something worth dying for, because at that moment, the little that we had, we could at least make life move. Not every clubs are up to standards. Some clubs they can afford, some clubs they are struggling, but I can only say what I have experienced, because what I have experienced, I've moved to so many clubs, they were not the same treatment like the others, like where I was and being. I can say it was a breakthrough, because I think that club gave me everything I ever wanted.
Is it possible to have any league in the world where all the clubs are the same?
That's a tough question. That I don't have an answer to that.
Will you advise young Cameroonians to think that they can become professional players in Cameroon in the context where we are?
Yes, of course. Because my advice to them is to know what you want, go for it, no matter the distractions left and right. The whole thing starts here, it plays inside you. You are strong here, you can make it anywhere. But my advice, again, I would still advise them to stay focused and disciplined. And when I say discipline, I believe maybe viewers who understand football, what is football, will understand what I meant by discipline. But now, they need to understand that football is not a child's play. It's a whole way of life, it's a whole chain. So you have to be focused. If you want to play football, you need to be determined. When you are determined, they say if you want, you can. So that's all the advice I can give them. That's a tricky one. But I think the media is there. In a short while, we'll see.
Joel Etogue was a very nice player. He composed himself, and he has been a challenging player from the time I was playing with him. If I remember, he has been an honest player in those our days. In Littlefoot FC, in those days of Tiko. That's a little I can say about him. We just pray that the good Lord take him to his resting place, and may he always rest and remember us from anywhere he is. The God Lord always guide him and protect him, protect the family.
For the short time I knew him, he was that kind of a jovial person, easygoing, friendly, and above all, he took his football career very serious. We all know the various clubs in which he has played for. Littlefoot, even though he came to Littlefoot when I left already, but I watched some of his matches in Littlefoot. It's a big loss. It's a big loss for not only for Littlefoot family, but for Cameroonian football in general. Because I thought he was already in his apex. We were thinking that maybe he would join one of the national teams, but unfortunately, God decided otherwise. All we can say is just to wish him an eternal rest, that heaven should open for him, that wherever he is, he should rest in peace.
It's saddened my heart to sit here today and talk about my friend, my brother, Roi Etogue. As someone who's no more here, it saddened my heart. How unusual. We all were dreamers, we're hungry, we're young, wanted to pursue a career in football, and Littlefoot FC of Tiko was a connecting ground for us. Littlefoot brought us together where we trained hard, we practiced, and eventually carving a path for ourselves in the world of football. It's so hard talking about Joel this way. As a person, Joel was a perfect, complete gentleman. He was a family guy. He was this guy that always smiled, always bring people together, always laughing. In the football field, he was a lion. He was a beast. He was a goal-getter. He was a dream chaser. He's passing away. I've hurt all of us so badly because nobody saw it coming. It's so sad talking about Joel this way. You see, may you continue to rest in peace until we meet again.